going to bring to you some of the best information, some of the best athletes here in Dade County football. And I'm telling you, this is going to be the best show. No other show is going to be able to up top our show here under the lights.
This is the week of a real football star. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about the little classic that went off. Matter of fact, let's start with Boogie T. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you look at a powerhouse like Booker T, I tell you, you could never outrule them of anything. They went up to Georgia, GA. They played the #1 team in the state of Georgia. Not just that, that team is ranked the #6 team in the country, and Booker T just beat all up on them, 55-0. Come on, you don't go against Booker T.
Well, Coach, I gotta say something. You know, I'm a Facebook man. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, that kid, that DN, you know, he's top rated and everything. You know, he got so much offer that this kid from Booker T, he took care of business. He's somebody that you didn't know. Now, ESPN just put him out there. Now, you better believe he going to get some offers. You know, what you got to say about that?
Well, one of the things I got to say about the young man is that he have already received an offer from the University of Miami. A lot of people really don't know because he was more like a 2-3-star type kid. After that game, I tell you, his stocks just went up.
You heard it live here, you know, from Dr. Lester. He's never wrong. Your stock just went up. But I can tell you one thing about that game, and we're going to move on to the next one. Every time they move that young man to the other side, you know what Booker T said? They gave him a phone call. Hey, I need you to move to the right side. And he did it again. He stopped to do. Now, Coach, another game that went on this Sunday, you know, that I was pulling for was Homestead versus University School. Now, can you please tell me what went down on this, or you want me to tell it?
Well, when you look at University School, they just come off a state championship, and you're expecting for them just to go in and blow out Homestead Senior High 50 or 40-0, but that didn't happen. You look at your Auburn commit, Sean White, throw 2-3 picks, compared to the young man who's playing at Homestead, Maurice Alexander, better known as Hard Time. I tell you, you cannot look at that game and try to give a prediction for what the year going to look like for Homestead Senior High. I tell you, there's going to be a lot of great things for Homestead.
You think so? Well, I can tell you, listen, the offensive line needs some work, you know, because they didn't give him enough time to throw that ball. He was running around. I mean, you did their job, but, you know, hey, Lane got hurt, but he still did his job. But, look, one of the linebackers to keep an eye on, boy, is that big boy Frank. He hit that quarterback so hard, I thought he was out of it, but he came back and did his thing. You know, they won, but, again, to the drawing board with Homestead.
I tell you, Frank Newman is a phenomenal player, and he's a guy I've always campaigned for from day one. And I tell you, if you don't know who he is, you stay tuned to Homestead football, and you'll learn who he is real soon.
Well, here go another classic. I was there. Sour Ridge versus Deerfield. Them boys came down south and put it on Sour Ridge. Sour Ridge they got to rebuild.
Well, I think South Ridge is just going to be fine, believe it or not. They're dealing with a lot of coaching change. They got a new head football coach. They got a new coordinator. It's a whole new environment. And when you look at Deerfield Beach, I mean, they supposed to be a powerhouse. Supposedly they supposed to went in there and swept South Ridge out, and they didn't get the job done as most people would think. I'm going to say we going to keep our eye on South Ridge because, you know, when you're playing Dade County football, I'm telling you, you never know. Sometimes it takes just one or two wrinkles or whatever, and that whole program turn around.
Well, I got another one. Carrie City. Wow. I don't know what to say. The whooping they gave that team, I don't know what to say. They got so much kids over there. I don't know what to say. Coach, what you got to say?
I tell you, Carol City has so many athletes. They have so much talent over there, and you just have to keep an eye on them because, you know, that team there, I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to be a state contender team, Carol City. Watch what I tell you.
Now, one more school that I got to talk about is a private school, you know what I'm saying, is Keys Gate versus Gateway. Now, those guys came on that big bus looking pretty, but Keys Gate took care of business. I mean, Coach, what you got to say about that? Now, you can't make me look bad now.
Well, one thing you have to understand, you can have the big bus, you can have the nice clothes and all of that Nike and all of that Under Armour and all of that good stuff, but the guys got to play. You know, the uniform don't play for you, and that's what Keysgate did. Those guys went out there and they played.
But Dr. Lester, tell me something, man. Since we know all this information, we go out and talk to coaches and kids and stuff like that. What do you feel about this new season going on with the district having been changed and teams moving here and there? What you think about that?
I tell you, I think it's a good thing. Every now and then it's good, every 2-3 years, to shake it up where different teams could play other teams. Like, 4 or 5 years ago, Northwestern, St. Thomas, and those guys wouldn't play each other. Now Universal is playing Homestead. So it brings a lot much to the table where you really get a chance to see who's the best in the state of Florida.
Well, let me tell you, this program that you're seeing right now, looking at it under the lights, we just don't talk about football. We talk about academics, what the kids do in the community and stuff like that too. It's like back here is a beautiful pool. I want to jump on it. It's a little hot, but I'm loving it. And Coach Lester, we gonna go to commercial, and when we come back, we got a special guest that I'm gonna talk to for a little bit, and then you take it from there. But when we come back, we got a special guest. A special guest that, like, what's that gentleman say? We shocked the world. They shocked the world last year.
Oh, yeah.
All right. See when we come back.
Whoa, look at all those toys.
Insuring that stuff must be a pain.
Nah, he's probably got...
Allstate. They can bundle all your policies together.
A lot of paperwork.
Actually...
An Allstate agent can help do the switching and paperwork for you.
Well, it probably costs a lot.
Allstate can save you up to 30% more when you bundle.
Well, his dog's stupid.
Poodles are one of the world's smartest breeds. Bundle and save with an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Well, we're back. My special guest today, this evening, I told you he shocked the world last year. I'm here with Coach Neal. Coach, I picked you last year to win your district. You guys took it. You guys was in a Cinderella mode. Coach, what did it take to win those games, because everybody was against you guys last year?
Well, it's been like that since I've been at Southwest. I started in 09. We couldn't get officials behind us. We couldn't get anybody behind us. But as far as the alumni, booster club, the school, that's what it took, and the guys working real hard to get to where we got.
What made that season so special, Coach?
I think it was because we built off of the years that I've been there, and everything that I've taught to the kids and the coaches that coach the kids to do is set our goals, and we went from going to the playoffs to winning the district title, and that's where we're at.
Well, Coach, I know you got so much talent on that team, but a lot of coaches and, like I say, shows don't see it. But you can't do it by yourself. You had to have the coaching staff to help you.
Yeah, Coach Charles Marshall, Coach Nick Arteaga. We have a new coach, Coach Felipe Rodriguez, Coach Regalado, Coach Raul Virginia. Coach has done a great job. Support from the athletic director, giving us those guys, and the parents allowing the coaches to coach the team.
Well, Coach, again, I picked you last year to win it all the way. I'm going to pick you guys again to do it again. All right? But my question to you is, I know it's going to hurt you, but I have to ask you, what happened in that Killian game?
It doesn't necessarily hurt. The one thing that I can say is that when, being in Southwest, we're not as deep as the other schools. We just have to come into the season in shape, and we endured an exciting season. It was overwhelming at times. We've had some close scares with Sunset. We've had a real close game with South Miami. We should have won. We closed it out with Gables. Close game with a win. But a 9-1 season for our school, I thought was great, fantastic. Playoff-wise, we didn't finish. Some good things happened, and that's what happens in situations like you said, supposedly Cinderella teams. But it's not going to be that case this year.
Well, Coach, I got one more question for you, okay? One more question. I know you, as a coach, how long you been coaching?
This is year 19.
19 years. You still love it, or you loving it?
Oh man, this is even better. I'm in the best place to work in Dade County, and I'm working with the best kids.
What's the #1 show you on?
Under the Lights.
You heard it. You heard it here.
It's popping and it's going on.
But, when we come back on this other commercial, because guess what? Without our sponsors, our partners, we won't be doing this show. And when we come back, the man's still on the chair. He ain't going nowhere, because I'm going to bring Dr. Lester.
I'm the 4th string quarterback. But due to a pregame meal of all-you-can-eat calamari, now I'm the 1st string quarterback. But I'm also a transfer student, so I'm a little lost.
And if you've got cut rate insurance, your jacked up rates might make you sick. So get accident forgiveness from Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Back with Under Light, Dr. Les, here with Coach Neal. Coach Neal, I've been looking at your resume, looking at some of the things you have accomplished in the last 2-3 years. Last year you guys were 9-1. What are some of the secrets that you are using to accomplish these goals in a very short period of time?
Preparation and more teaching, more so than just going out on the field and banging it. We try to focus on teaching the kids the proper ways, from tackling to running to hitting everything.
Coach, I see you've done something that most teams won't. You start true freshmen on your roster. True freshmen. What's your thoughts behind it? You know, most teams you got to go through the JV and then work your way up and go through the challenge.
Back in 1982 at American, I started as a freshman, and you know, I learned a lot. And I think that if kids are prepared physically and mentally, if they're mature enough, I think you should take advantage of it, because what you'll gain in a guy that most people won't take a chance with, what you'll gain in the future is irreplaceable. You know, with the experience and the knowledge that a kid will get back from the 9th grade year to his senior.
Coach, we have one of your seniors sitting right next to us. Tell us who we got here. Cheyenne Meiklejohn. Cheyenne, how long have you played ball here at Southwest?
Since freshman year.
Since freshman year.
Sir?
So what are some of your goals for the team this year, Cheyenne?
Well, obviously be better than the year before. You know, work harder, train harder, and go further than we did last year.
Now, I have to ask this question because earlier, Coach Miguel talked a little bit about grades, and we can play all the football we want to play, but without grades, we can't go anywhere. What's your grades looking like, Cheyenne? I mean, tell us the truth now.
I get A's and B's, you know. I study hard and go to tutoring every week. The coach set up tutoring for us, so I get the grades.
Wow.
Make sure we do good in school first.
Have you taken the SAT, ACT?
Yes, sir. I took it last year.
And how would you do on it?
I did about average on it. Yeah, my ACT I did better than SAT.
Wow, okay, so you're NCAA qualifying. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I tell you, and Coach, what are some of the things you do to push the kids to maintain their grade point average, to study for the tests and all that great stuff?
For starters, the varsity tutors Monday and Wednesday, JV tutors Tuesday, Thursday. I have teachers in the building helping out the kids with that. We also have a faculty that they're in place already, even if we have kids that have to go to their own teachers. We have teachers after school. This past spring we had a grandfather of a JV kid who actually tutors for SAT math. So we have a lot of things in place like that. I also have progress reports. I have a conduct progress report and an academic progress report that I send out in intervals between the school progress reports and report cards.
Wow, you heard it from Coach Neal. You're here with Dr. Lester under Light GVP Production.
I love my fiance. I really do. But when it comes to spending, he's impulsive.
Hey, honey, got a new leaf blower.
It started with the electronics, then a drum set, even martial arts weapons. Nunchucks aren't gonna pay for college. I mean, I want to travel, have kids, and be able to put them through college.
Hey, sweetie, I got pugs.
Seriously, we already have a dog.
Prioritizing your finances can be difficult, but Allstate helps you focus on what's most important. Call your local Allstate agent to help you prepare for your financial future today.
Coach, we have one of your players, Austin. Tell us a little bit about some of the things he's doing down there at Southwest High School to get ready for this upcoming season.
Well, first of all, this summer, did a great job of preparing for the season. He's actually had an offer from Florida Tech already. We're hoping that we can expand that. Weight room on the field, work ethic. This guy's putting it all in. It's a senior year. It's the last go-around. I'm expecting some big things.
Awesome. With it being your last go-around, your senior year, I mean, you got to leave it all on the field. What are some of your expectations this year?
Well, it was a little disappointing this year when they ranked Atlanta beat us in the district, but I'm always a big fan of underdogs and like beating expectations. So like just winning the district and winning the first round of the playoffs would be good.
Wow, I tell you, you heard it from Coach Neal in Austin. His expectation this year is winning the district and continuing on that state journey.
I'm a streaker. I'm 300 pounds, painted blue, and apart from the cleats, I'm completely naked.
Go State!
Oops. And if you've got cut rate insurance, they might not pay for this. So get Allstate. You can save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an all.
Tell us a little bit about Nick.
Well, Nick Perez is most outstanding offensive lineman last year. This year, coming into his senior year, he's going to be playing on both sides of the ball. He's been a big improvement from beginning of last year to this year, and it's another one that we're expecting some awesome things out of.
Nick, Coach is expecting a lot of big things out of you this year. You're going to have to play both ways, offense and defense. You're probably not going to come off the field, including the special team. Are you ready to go, Nick?
Of course I'm ready.
What are some of your expectations this year for your team, yourself, this year?
Well, I like to think big, so I'm going to have to say state championship.
Wow, I tell you, you heard it from Nick. His goal this year is for Southwest to win the state championship. Coach, another great player, Joel. Tell us a little bit about Joel.
Well, to start with Joel, he started off the season last year. Midway through, had a serious break with his forearm. He was one of those kids we needed up front on the defensive line going into that Killian game in the playoffs that we had to enter without, and we did the best we could without him. But this year, he's ready to go. He's in shape and geared up for the season.
Joel, last year, had the little injury that kind of set you back. Now you're back full flesh, ready to go. What's your expectation this year, Joel?
Just make sure that I'm part of that district champ. I want to get that win and go far past the first round.
Wow. I tell you, you heard it here from Southwest. Joel, he want to be a part of that district championship team. Coach, back again, one of your good players. They tell me this guy's just very instrumental, very electrifying to your team.
Yes. I think he's one of the most one of the most underrated players on our team as far as football goes here in Miami. We're not looked upon as that team, as you said earlier. People don't take us as seriously as they should, but I'm thinking that after this season, people are going to see how good George Spellman really is.
George Spillman, I tell you, that that name sound like a player, man. George, tell me a little bit about yourself. What position you play? Where are you from? What's your expectation this year? Are you going to get it done?
So I play outside linebacker. I expect this team to take it to states. We're going to definitely get districts.
I tell you, outside line. George, what year are you, George?
2014, my senior year.
Senior, outside linebacker. I'm telling you, Michael Barrow, University of Miami, if you watching this show, make sure you get over there and you watch my boy George, because he's a great linebacker. Before we go to commercial, I'm telling you, make sure you give Monique Jimenez a call. She works with Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. That phone number is 305-971-3222. and she will take care of all of your insurance needs. Give her a call. We're going to commercial break, and we'll be back with some more of the Southwest football player and Coach Neal. We're back from commercial break. We're here with Coach Neal. Coach Neal, I tell you, you got the squad right here. Tell us a little bit about this squad.
Okay, the gentleman behind you and I is Brian Baez. He's our running back, explosive. We like to call him the B train. Everybody rides, everybody get in the end zone. We have Mr. Toronto. He's been a receiver here for 3 years solidly for varsity. Gone through 3 hardcore years of me coaching him, specifically as a position coach. So he's caught everything from sun up to sundown and underneath us.
Wow.
And the gentleman to your left is Mr. Trayvon Sands.
Well, tell me a little bit. What are some of your expectations this year for your team?
Well, for sure, districts. We got to take districts. We got to beat Belen. We got to be the top team in our district. The next is winning the playoff game. And from there, we got to see. We got to take it to states.
Wow, I tell you, you got some great goals, some great ambitions. Young man, and what about you? What are some of your goals this year?
Just like everyone else has said, got to win districts again, take it from Belen. I know we're the underdogs here, and make it past the first round of playoffs. See where we go from there.
Wow, I tell you, that's great. Trayvon Sands, great friend of mine. I watched him grow up. He played Part 1 the ball at Goose, and now he started from the bottom, and you right here with Southwest. How you doing, Trayvon?
I'm doing great.
What's some of your expectations this year playing ball over there at Southwest?
Well, first, take it game by game, going undefeated this year, capture the district again this year.
Did you say again?
Again.
Oh, man, y'all heard him. He said again. He ready to go.
And win the first playoff game in Southwest District.
Southwest District. I tell you.
I mean history.
In the history, I tell you, he has some great expectation. Trayvon, you got a chance to get a look from some of the colleges this year. Who are some of the colleges offered you this year? Okay, you're going to be a junior this year, and you got some offers out there from – who are some of the colleges that are looking at you?
Looking at me or offering me?
Offered you.
Well, USF offered me at the camp. The one in Milmar and FAU offered me in Akron, Ohio.
Wow. Guys, there's a lot of great things that's going on over there at Southwest. The colleges are rolling in. They're offering the kids. I tell you, Coach, you're doing a superb job, and I just want to commend you on your work there with the young mans and continue the great work.
Whoa, look at all those toys.
Insuring that stuff must be a pain.
Nah, he's probably got
Allstate. They can bundle all your policies together.
A lot of paperwork.
Actually,
an Allstate agent can help do the switching and paperwork for you.
Well, it probably costs a lot.
Allstate can save you up to 30% more when you bundle.
Well, his dog's stupid.
Poodles are one of the world's smartest breeds. Bundle and save with an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
We're back from commercial. Coach, I tell you, you just loading them up out here. Tell me a little bit about Ricky and these young men, man. You got a powerhouse you building over there.
Well, we're trying to do that. Last year, these were the 2 freshmen that started. Ricky started at left tackle. James started at slot for us. Both kids were a huge impact on the team from game 1. And here again, we're trying to repeat, a district championship. And like the kids have been saying, Southwest we haven't won a playoff game in school's history, but this is the year that we're marking to get that done.
This is the year. Coach said this is the year. Ricky!
Yes, sir.
Is this the year?
Yes, sir, definitely.
What did you do all summer to prepare yourself for this to be the year?
Just hard in the weight room and on the field, just put it all out. Conditioning and practicing and all that.
Right. So what position you play, Ricky?
O-line and on left tackle.
Wow, so you in the trenches.
Yes, sir.
And you going to get it done this year.
Yes, sir.
I tell you heard it live here from Ricky. What are some of your expectations this year, man?
My expectation is to make first team all day this year and have our team win the district first round playoffs, and we're going to win states this year.
I tell you, these guys are very confident, and they believe it's going to get done. And I tell you, with a great coach like Coach O'Neal, a guy like that, I know you can get it done, Coach. Coach, continue the good work, Coach.
I'm a streaker. I'm 300 pounds, painted blue, and apart from the cleats, I'm completely naked.
Go State!
Oops. And if you've got cut rate insurance, they might not pay for this. So get Allstate. You can save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Coach Neal, I like you. You've done something that most people won't do in Dade County. That's to start a true freshman. Tell me a little bit about you starting this true freshman.
Going back to the beginning when we first started out, with my past experience and what it's done for me over the years, you guys have met the two guys that are sophomores. You met Trayvon Sands. You met number 12, Cheyenne. It's just worked out for us over the years, and that's what basically built the foundation under what we've been doing outside of just the education and tutoring and teaching and, getting the kids on the right path.
True freshman, Devontae Lopez. What are some of the things you have done this summer to get yourself ready for this major task? I'm telling you, it's a task in Dade County to start on any team as a true freshman.
Oh, well, I've been training hard, trying to prepare myself for that next level, going into high school as a freshman, trying to make myself better every single day, taking no days off.
Well, I got a chance to read a little your resume, and I see you did a lot of traveling this summer, a lot of working. And tell us a little bit about your traveling this summer, who you travel with, what you've done, how you got better, and all your whole summer layout.
Oh, well, I've been traveling with the Hard Knocks Foundation, 7-on-7 football team, high school, as an 8th grader. I was the only 8th grader in that program, and we went to different colleges camps, so, we visit, and it was great for me, and then playing against top athletes, so that way that prepares me, too, also coming into high school. So it was great for me. It was an amazing experience.
Well, he got a chance to travel all around the world with the Hard Knocks Foundation and coming back as a true 8th grader to play against some of the top athletes in the country. What were some of your best trips or the trips you enjoyed this summer?
Well, I've enjoyed all of them, None of them last that long, so, like every college, I enjoyed them no matter what. At the camps, everything.
Hey, Tony, you got a chance to meet Jimbo Fisher, one of the best coaches in the history of college football, down at Florida State. How was the Florida State camp for you?
Oh, well, it was siren. At the camp, it was siren. But, I had to push through it. I was trying my best on the 7-on-7, one-on-one drills and everything. I had to try my best. So that way, when he looks at me, he be like, wow, this kid's amazing. He's in the 8th grade going to be a freshman. I had to put 110% into it, no matter what.
Well, I tell you, that's great. You heard it from Devontae Lopez. Also, guys, remember, if you need any insurance, Allstate, please give Monique Jimenez a call. Her phone number, 305-971-3222. Make sure, if you need any insurance, give her a call. You here live with Under the Lights, Dr. Lester, GVP, and Coach Neal. I'll be at the state game to see you play.
Every corner, every week.
Let me just say something. Way I see it, we all got a choice to make. And we can keep focusing on the bad, dwell on the bad, talk about the bad, or we can focus in on the good. I don't know about y'all, but I've heard just about enough from bad. I'm tired of bad, okay? I want to hear what good's up to. Because I know it's here. I see it. I hear it and I feel it. So I'll tell you, what I want to do, I want to give it up for good. Give it up for what is good, what can be good, what will be good in our communities and our homes and in our lives. Now, who's with me?
Well, there you have it. You had one of the teams that we showing this week, Southwest Miami. You had the head coach and the players with Dr. Lester. But Dr. Lester, when you were doing the interviews and all that, I was taking notes.
What's going on right now, Coach?
What's going on right now?
What's going on right now? This week. What's going on right now?
This week?
Let's talk about this week.
Okay, this week, again, on Thursday, it's coming down. Southwest Miami versus Car Park. See,
I tell you, I'm going with Southwest. If Car Park beats Southwest, Southwest deserves to lose. I'm going with Southwest. Who's the next game, Coach?
The next game, man, is one of the hot games that everyone want to see too. Is Homestead Senior High School against Boyd Anderson. What you think about that game?
Coach, I tell you, Boyd Anderson is a good school, but I'm going to go with Homestead Senior High. I'm going to tell you why I like Homestead. They have a quarterback, Maurice Alexander, better known as Hard Time. That little kid can throw the ball. I'm telling you, if he get the ball to Erman Lane, it's over with. Not just Erman Lane, but they have the other big kid that transferred from Southridge, Gilbert, who's down there. Coach, I'm telling you, I'm going with Homestead. What about you?
I'm going with Homestead, too. I told you I'm a 305. I'm going with Homestead. And the next game, that's going to be a great game, is coming down to Carol City and Killian. What you think about that?
You got my back against the wall again. I got a lot of tradition there with Killian. My years there, I coached Lamar Miller, the tailback, who's now playing with the Miami Dolphins. Coach, that's where I got my start. I got my first coaching job at Miami Killian. I'm going with Killian.
Well, I like Killian, but I'm going with Carol City because down in the class they did something that I was like, wow. But I'm going with Carol City.
That's your pick. We'll see next week.
Now, a great one that I hear rumors and stuff, but I don't see it happening. They saying that South Day is going to get upset by Columbus. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. I mean, you have to understand, South Day right now is the team to beat. South Day should run the tables. I mean, they got the big kid, Tyree Brady, over there. He's about 6'4". He has great hands. He traveled all over the country this summer. Got offers from guys such as, Lane Kiffin, offers from Al Golden. I mean, you got C.J. Warden over there who's a commitment to Florida State. I just don't see it happening. They got one of the best quarterbacks in Dade County, Khalil Render. I mean, when Khalil get those balls to those guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be a great game. I'm going with South Dade Senior High.
I'm picking South Dade too, man, because it's too much weapons over there. Coaching style. Don't get me wrong, Columbus got the coaching style, but it's too much weapon at South Day. Too much to handle. And the other game that is under the lights, you know what I'm saying? Wow. And it's going to be sold out. Miami Northwestern versus St. Thomas. Now, I'm going to let you go first. Who going to win that game and why they going to win that game, Coach?
I'm going to pick Miami Northwestern. I'm going to tell you why. Now, Miami Northwestern has a tradition of winning. You have to understand that if you go back and you watch them last year, they're really close to making some things happen. Now, Coach Field has a great program going on down there. He has good receivers. They got a young man down there. His name is Times. I'm telling you, Brandon Times, he's a small receiver, but he's going to get the job done. You also have JoJo Robbins, who's Florida State commit over there at Northwestern. I'm going with Northwestern. I'm going with Coach Field. I know they're going to get it done. They got a great defensive coordinator, Coach Luther Campbell. Those guys going to get it done over there, Coach.
And I hope we ain't left nobody else out, but we got another one by two more, and this is going to be a nice one. South Ridge versus Car Gable. And I'm going first on this one, and who I like, and why they going to win. I like Car Gables to win. Number one, receiver, running back. Those guys are doing a beautiful thing over there, just like Southwest Miami doing now. Right. Car Gables about to get on the map too, you know what I'm saying? And I like Car Gables to win that game. Because, again, what I saw with South Ridge, I don't think they can overwhelm Car Gable.
I tell you, I like Car Gables. I like Coach Cooney. Coach Cooney's probably one of the best coaches I ever worked with. and I support what's going to happen in this game. These games are touch games because, South Ridge is like my second home, and when you're asking who's going to win those games like that, those are battle games. Those games are won in the trenches. And I tell you, whatever team comes out to play, that's the team going to win that game.
So who you picking, my brother?
He loved to put my back against the wall. I tell you what, I'm going to go with Coach Cooney, Clark Gables.
There, wow. Now, the last one. We have 2 private schools here, and these guys always fighting to the end. We got Barrington Christian Academy and Keys Gate. Coach, go first on this one.
Well, I'm going to go with Barrington. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to go with Barrington. I'm going to go with the underdog on this one. They remind me a little bit of the Hard Knocks Foundation. They don't have much. They're always struggling. They're always trying to put stuff together to make things happen, and they have a heart for the kids down there with Coach Eric and all those great guys. I'm going with the underdogs on this one. I'm going to go with Barrington.
Wow. You were reading my email or something? Yo, you got my answers? Yeah, I'm picking Barrington too. Keys Gate is very talented. Safety, receiver with lip. I mean, he catching everything out there. They have the only thing, I'm going with Barrington, but if it comes down close game, I believe that Keys Gate will win that game because they have more players, than Barrington. It's going to be one of those games that's going to be hard. I'm taking Barrington, but it might turn out to Keys Gate winning that game, Coach.
Coach, you're trying to play both sides of the streets. You're either with Barrington or you're not. I'm going with Barrington. I'm going with the underdogs. I'm going with the quality, not the quantity. Yeah, they got all those numbers, but I can assure you that there's a lot of quality down there at Barrington.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of quality over there, a lot of players. Then you have American versus Miami. Now, who you think will win that one? You know what? I'll go first. American go win that game because it's their year.
Well, American have a great football coach, Coach Corey Bell. He knows the ins and odds and outs to football. He worked as Randy Shannon, director of personnel, when they were at the University of Miami. So he's really knowledgeable of the game. I'm going to go with American.
Well, you heard it here live, man. This is the games of the week that we picking. And, it's Dr. Lester and myself, Miguel Lopez, Then we have our other hosts that not here tonight, but you'll see them, Treasure, Antoinette. Then you have Mr. Jerry Williams. With Jerry Williams, he going to tell us the up-and-coming freshmen from Pop Warner, and he going to be talking, he going to talk about JUCO school. A lot of kids don't go to Division I or Division II, and he help a lot of kids to get to that JUCO, and stuff like that. So that's a young man that you need to keep an eye on. Then our big superstar, is Fisher. If you want to get recruited, go to Elite Scouting. You listening to me? This gentleman here, he films and everything will help you get to that next level. This guy know about recruiting. A lot of coaches know him. Fish, tell him, Fish be everywhere.
I tell you, this guy, Fish, Charles Fishbein is probably one of the best recruiting services here in Dade County. And if you're a young up-and-coming athlete, you're trying to get looked at, you go to his website, you upload a profile, you get it done, and I'm telling you, he will help you get recruited.
And that's true. Hey, listen, you need more information about our show. You can go to our website, www.utlshow.webs.com. You'll see all the information, our up-and-coming games that we going to be at, highlights with the recruiting, everything. We're not just talking about sport athletes. We want everything, what they do in schools and all that. So, again, for our sponsors out there, thank you very much. Without you guys, this show won't be live going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Because without them, we won't be paying the bills right now. And one big shout out again, you know what I'm saying, for that Allstate Insurance. Dr. Lester, take it. Because if you need insurance, you need to get her a phone call. Forget the rest. Get with the best, because I'm telling you, you need that full coverage. You just don't want that PIP. You want that full coverage. Just like UTL, we got that full coverage.
We got the full coverage. So I'm telling you, if you need insurance, make sure you call her. Monique Jimenez, I'm telling you, at Allstate, 305-971-3222. 305-971-3222. Her name is Monique Hernandez. And tell her you seen us on Under the Lights.
Now, Coach, closing off, Coach, you know we got to turn these lights off. You know what I'm saying? That show came to that end. I enjoyed myself today, Dr. Lesser, with these kids and the coaches. And this is just the first show on air. We're going to have more shows going on, 12 weeks of show, going to high school. Coach, closing, what you thought about tonight, Coach?
I tell you, tonight was excellent. And I tell you, to Southwest High School, continue to work hard. Keep your ambition. Keep your goals high. Set them high. Keep working hard, and great things going to happen to you guys down the line. Great show tonight, Coach.
And again, make sure you go to our website, www.utlshow.webs.com. Check us out. We're the #1 show popping off this week. We're going to always pop off. Hey, be tuned to next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Tune to it. We're going to have a new coach out here, kids and all. Hey, that's all we do for the kids. We are the #1 show. UTL stand for
Under the Lights. Under the Lights, baby.
You have it.